Hey everyone, I'm Elfiles, and welcome back to the PPL NX. This is round one of playoffs for stage one. We made it up to the quote unquote gold brackets, I want to say, which is kind of the highest playoff level we could have gotten to, which is pretty cool. Went 4-1 for the regular season. And we're starting off in round one. This is the round of 16 against Shadow Gallade and the Carolina Tauros Heels. So just jumping right in the matchup here, it's very interesting. We have a couple of Dittos going on, the Necrozma Ditto, the Thunderous Ditto, and the Hitmontop Ditto. Not necessarily that I'm bringing all those guys, but it's that Necrozma at the top of their draft board that is really the scary thing. Obviously, my Necrozma has been doing a great job this season, setting up all over the place. So we're going to see whose Necrozma can kind of come out on top in this match here. I'm sure the match will live and die by that matchup. Other than that, we have Dondozo, which is just a very bulky piece. Good water resist, and one of the only water resists, really. So I'm sure it's going to come to try and check Pelipper and Barraskewda. Breloom, another advantageous matchup for them against water. It has, obviously, grass coverage to threaten those guys, fighting coverage for our Caledon, and it's generally pretty tough to switch into between its coverage moves and Spore, so gotta watch out for that. Landorus, which is obviously very threatening, another very tough piece to switch into. And then you have a couple bulky pieces like Ready Steel, Meloetta, which could potentially be Assault Vest for things like a Special Necrozma, and things like Intimidate Hypnotop, Assault Vest Muck. Just some very bulky pivots that can get those threatening pieces in. So with the team I brought, I started with Pelipper, which is going to be a spec set this week. This is generally just here to click a very powerful Weather Ball. The idea is that their only bulky water resist is Dondozo, and it doesn't even really appreciate a Specs Weather Ball, so I'm just going to try and chip that down, get it in the range of my other attackers, and that's kind of the plan. Hurricane is coverage for Breloom. It also does hit Dondozo if I actually can read it coming in, and it just generally hits a lot of things pretty hard. It threatens out Hypnotop. Knockoff and U-turn are just kind of supplementary. Don't expect to clip them too much, but obviously great support. After that, we have Barraskewda. Here, off of that rain support from Pelipper, I have the Lumberry to get out of the priority Thunder Wave from that opposing Thunderous. Liquidation, Flip Turn, and Aqua Jet. Pretty standard stuff from Barraskewda. Close combat covers Ready Steel, and it gets some damage onto Dondozo, I suppose. And we are adamant with enough speed to just barely outspeed Thunderous. Next up, got our own Thunderous. This is Boots. Speed ties the other Thunderous, and this is just generally a nice attacker in the matchup. Nothing too special about it. Thunderbolt and Volt Switch, just kind of standard. Get electric type damage, threaten the Dondozo, and I can choose whether I want to stay in or switch out. With the only coverage I really need being Weather Ball. Obviously, Breloom resists both of those, but it's a Breloom, so not too concerned about it. And Nasty Plot is mostly filler, but I do have the option to set up if I feel that I need to break the Ready Steel or something like that, you know. So next up, Toedscruel. This is an amazing switch into both Thunderous and Landorus. We resist their primary stab moves, which is great. I need a ton of defense on this to actually take boosted U-turns from those guys. Like if they're Life Orb U-turns, like I need to not be 2 KO'd. So that's what the defensive investment is for. I still have enough Spadef to avoid a 2 KO from a timid Life Orb Landorus. Focus Blast. Then the moveset, we have Giga Drain just for some healing, gets chip on the Landorus. Foul Play is just nice. It's probably our best option to hit Thunderous, and it stops things like Ledge and Breloom coming in completely for free. Spore, nice to catch switches, and Spikes, obviously just nice to set up on switches. Just a nice utility piece that is a check to those big GDs. Then we have Necrozma. The idea behind this set is mostly to match into opposing Calm Mind users. So I'm thinking either the opposing Necrozma going for Calm Mind or a Calm Mind Meloetta. If we get into a Calm Mind war, start boosting alongside each other, I can just keep going for it, and as soon as they attack me, I activate a red card to force them out, and all of a sudden I have a boosted Necrozma against something that is completely unboosted and not ready to deal with this thing. That might not happen. It's kind of a niche interaction. If it does, that's great. If it doesn't, honestly, red card is still quite useful just to disrupt whatever my opponent is trying to do to stop my setup. So it could still come in handy there. Kind of a dastardly item to run, honestly. The set itself, we have mostly just focused on bulk, some special attack, and enough speed to outrun Adamant Breloom so that that guy can't interrupt me by sporing or something like that. The set itself is stored power, which is nice in a Calm Mind Ditto or to get around unaware from Dondozo. Earth power covers the Registeel. Calm Mind, of course, is that setup. And Morning Sun, nerfed by rain, but because I'm expecting this set to sit in for a bunch of turns, I think I can outlast the rain and just heal up eventually. And then the last slot, wasn't sure what to do with Archaludon in this matchup. I ended up going with a Light Clay dual screen set, which is mostly just there to support that Necrozma setting up to sweep. Other than that, we have Draco Meteor and Body Press, which is just solid coverage and power in the matchup. So it could do decent for me. Physically defensive set that can switch into things like, I actually don't know, Breloom and Ceruledge, I suppose. And it can tank hits like a physical Landorus Earthquake or hit with top close combat, things like that, just so we can get those screens up and get out of there. So that is going to do it for a quick little unscripted team builder. So I'll see you guys in the battle. All right, there's Shadow Gallade of the Carolina Tauros Heels coming with a team of, very unexpected team here. That is a Dondozo, knew that would be coming. Hitmontop, definitely off my radar. Necrozma. Thundurus. And Oricorio Pom Pom. And then Landorus. Okay. I'm seeing Landorus, Thundurus, and Necrozma and Dondozo, which I all expected. Now I need to see what didn't show up that I was expecting. Breloom and Registeel. No Registeel is honestly super nice. Okay. And Breloom, I mean, that was going to be a nuisance, so that's good to see not around. Necrozma does look really good if I can get it into a good spot to set up. Toadscroll looks amazing against a lot of this team. I'm kind of thinking lead Toadscroll because they do have 2 electric types, and you know, you lead those against Pelipper teams usually, right? That's kind of the idea. So Toadscroll, probably spikes on any of those flying types. Maybe we have to switch out of the Oricorio, we'll see. But yeah, good luck, have fun to Shadow Gallade. Playoffs are starting here now. Let's see how far we can get. Yeah. Okay. I do have to be careful about the Oricorio. Like, it can definitely set up. Thundurus is, like, the perfect team. Yeah. So I think I'm definitely just starting with spikes. I could try to Spore, maybe? They don't have a grass type to absorb that. But I think just immediate spikes pressure could be pretty nice. Honestly, the only thing that really doesn't like spikes is, like, just Dondozo and Necrozma, and Hitmontop removes them anyway. I could just Spore to start. I think that might be what I do, actually. They're just gonna hard switch. And what do we see come in? Trash Can is Hitmontop. Probably here to remove. It's Intimidate. It does go to sleep. That's a good start. Now, I think I can go Pelipper and click maybe Weather Ball? Because there are a couple of flying resists. Dondozo is a good water resist. I think I probably will go Pelipper, though. Hitmontop does take 1 guaranteed turn of sleep if it decides to stay in, which I would imagine it would. Okay, it's going to stay asleep. Honestly, there are 2 electric types, but I don't know if either of them love taking a Hurricane. So let's see. Oricorio. Decently bulky Oricorio. Still takes about half from a Hurricane, and it just drops to Weather Ball. I think I do Hurricane, right? Let's check Thundurus as a switch in.
Hurricane, it does about half to it, and I have Code Scroll always to switch into it. So let's switch Hurricane, I guess. Okay, Hip and Top switched out with 1 turn of sleep used. Good to know. That does look like the Thunderous. Okay. Does do a little under half. It does get the Confusion, which is nice. And that's Chip that should be staying on that Thunderous. I definitely switch in Code Scroll every time. It's kind of what it's for. Weather Ball would have just dropped it. But I was worried about the Dondozo getting a free entry point. Alright, we get the Confusion chance here. We do get it. Nice. Alright, so that's Thunderous not really being a good switch into anything anymore. I think I will put up a Layer Spikes now. Sure. The spinner is gone, so why not? Having Thunderous chip down is great. It looks like it's a little bulkier. It does snap out of Confusion, and it clicks Sunny Day. Very interesting, okay. But we do get a Layer Spikes up. This is like almost certainly a Weather Ball coming out, right? So let's check Sun Weather Ball from a Thunderous. Sunny Day is cool tech. Weather Ball in Sun to my Code Scroll. That does a heck of a lot of damage, but removing this thing could be really nice. I don't drop to it, so let's... Let's do it. Let's Foul Play. Focus Blast, okay. Not even a Weather Ball. That doesn't do too much to us, and we just Foul Play. And that... Oh, that's not okay. Okay. Weather Ball, still not KOing me. So, if you had it, you would have clicked it here, I think. So yeah, I will just Foul Play again. Wow, you hit both Focus Blasts. Oh, crit. 2 Focus Blast hits and one of them crit? What are you doing here, guys? But hey, Code Scroll does take a KO. That's good. See what they would want to revenge with here. It's the Landorus. I mean, I'm kind of a Landorus check, and if I can't check Landorus, what is even the point? So I might just try to take my damage with Giga Drain. Let's see some Landorus pelts. U-turn could definitely KO me, especially if it's a Life Orb. Honestly, if it's a special attacking set, it doesn't KO me, so I will attempt a Giga Drain. It's Psychic, okay. How much does this do? 146 to 24. Get 122 with that Psychic. So I think that's gotta be Timid Landorus. Yeah, that's in line with max Timid Life Orb. And Psychic does always KO after this, which I think I do just have to be okay with. So, yeah, Code Scroll's done pretty well. I'm okay letting it go down here. Alright. I mean, that's taking out and getting damage on this, and putting the Hitmontop to sleep, and getting spikes, so that's great utility from Boat School. I think I will just go Barraskewda. I'm not boosting items, so let's just make sure a flip turn KOs. It should. Because it's at a little under 75%. Flip turn, there's probably some rolls in there where it does not KO, actually. I think I'm willing to take that risk, and maybe switch in Necrozma or a Paladon or Thunders, anything, honestly, if this does not work out. So I'm going to flip turn. I think the chance is very high that they swap to Dondozo. You would not want to lose two of your really nice attackers this early. So I'm going to try to preserve momentum here. Yep, there it is. So Dondozo should come in. It should take spikes and this little flip turn chip. Actually, it's a Hitmontop, so maybe that is showing up as like more of the Barraskewda check, so Dondozo can be preserved. Looks like a defensive Hitmontop. Temptation is there to start setting up, actually, with the Necrozma. I don't know, would that be worth it at all? Because they have their own Necrozma that can probably do some nasty stuff. Their Landers is still healthy. I think I'll hold off for now. Although it's a sleeping. I might want to try this, actually. Why not, right? It feels early, but I'm looking at their team and like, what do they do about this? I'm just gonna try. And I could get burned on this, we'll see. Hitmontop, it could definitely wake here if it gets a one-turn sleep. That would be very fair. Stays asleep. And honestly, I think I should just go for one more. Sword power really isn't strong enough yet to be doing much, so yep. This is a very defensive Hitmontop, so I feel safe enough setting up on this. It stays asleep again. Okay. Let's just see some Hitmontop sets. Defensive Hitmontop. I did 20 to it with Barraskewda, so yeah, that looks like a physically defensive. Now let's check Necrozma. +2, +2. That should absolutely be KO with sword power, so let's do it. Alright, Hitmontop's down, that's good. Got a little lucky on the sleep turns. But now we're at full health, and we got this guy coming in, the Oricorio. Okay. So, let's see. I mean, this thing could definitely start trying to set up Oricorio with Quiver Dance. If it gets a +1 Spadef. I mean, my sword power does a ton of damage still, so let's give it a shot. As for Defog, really? You don't think there's more pressing issues right now that you need to take care of? Okay, Necrozma KOs Oricorio. There's Dondozo. Which, yeah, this is the reason I'm running sword power. If it's Fizdef Dondozo, I 3-hit KO it right now. If it's especially defensive Dondozo, that's like a maybe 4-hit KO. So there's reason to Calm Mind, I think. Dondozo, does it get anything to phase me out? I don't know. Roar, I don't see much, so I'm gonna Calm Mind. Just keep getting my base power of sword power a little higher. then I'll probably hit it on this next turn. Liquidation, we can calc this. 398 for 307. And I do switch it out, actually. I'm expecting that to just be an uninvested hit from it. And it is, yeah. And it's the other Necrozma. So, okay. Necrozma. Let's say they're also Calm Mind. My stored power is actually, it's stronger than Earth power right now. So let's just go for it. Goes for not, that shouldn't do much, yeah. I think this next turn, let's see how much this does. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's Morning Sun. It's a fast Necrozma, too. I have a solid amount of speed on here. Goes for Iron Head, I think I know what you're fishing for. You don't get it. Okay. And yeah, we just stored power. Let's see who the superior Necrozma is here. Nice, let's go. So it's down to their Dondozo, their Landorus, and their Oricorio, or not even Oricorio. My bad, I forgot to cross that off. It's just this and the Dondozo. So yeah, sword power. Earth power, I'm at +3s for death. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, that's Necrozma again. I have seen the light with this Pokemon. This is absolutely ridiculous. Kind of disgusting. I mean, do I ever die to this Dondozo's liquidation? I mean, I might as well just keep myself safe from a crit, I guess. Big defense drop. Does that nerf sword power? I have no idea. Apparently it doesn't, according to Kel. Yeah, alright. Well, we click stored power. Big defense drop against an unaware guy, by the way. Okay, I think we've proved whose Necrozma came out on top here. Alright. That is a, I think, 5-0 win for me. Just off of Necrozma doing its thing. I mean, I definitely, I got lucky with this setup. With the Hypnotop staying asleep that long. But, I don't know, what was it ever doing to me? So, you know. But hey, yeah, good game to Shadow Gallade. I certainly had fun with it. And yeah, that's going to do it for this first round of playoffs. I may be incorrect here, but I believe next round is going to then be quarterfinals. So if that's the case, then yeah, I'll see you for quarterfinals. Thank you if you stuck around this long for watching, and I'll see you next time.